Have you ever felt the moon calling you in the stillness of the night? Imagine, for a moment, that its brilliant glow holds a hidden key to unlocking your deepest desires. Picture standing outside under a vast sky, drawn to the gentle light above, like an ancient whisper, reminding you that you are part of something greater. There's a kind of magic in that glow, an energy that has stirred wonder across time. What if, in harnessing it, you could open new doors in your life and manifest the reality you've secretly craved? It's easy to dismiss the moon as just a celestial body, drifting silently through the sky, visible night after night, without fail. Yet, throughout history, countless civilizations held it in the highest regard. In ancient times, people traveled by its light, planned harvests around its phases, and performed sacred rituals aligned with its cycle. There was wisdom in this reverence. The moon was seen as a living symbol of renewal, reflection, and intuition. And today, modern spiritual seekers are rediscovering how each phase exerts a subtle but profound influence on our inner world. Look back at your own life and see if you've ever noticed how your mood shifts with the waxing or waning moon. Perhaps you've caught yourself feeling invigorated under a brilliant full moon, or quiet and contemplative when the moon all but disappears in the sky. These fluctuations aren't mere coincidences. Some believe that just as the moon's gravity can stir the tides, it can stir something within us. Our emotions, our intuition, and our innate ability to create change from within. Now, imagine standing beneath a new moon, a thin sliver of light just beginning to emerge. On one such evening not long ago, I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and whispered an intention that felt both audacious and empowering. It was a simple wish for clarity and the strength to follow a new path in life. Over the following weeks, I noticed a shift. Opportunities arose where once there was stagnation, and my perspective grew sharper, as though that single intention had planted a seed that kept growing stronger by the day. The experience left me convinced that something was at play, perhaps not fully explainable by logic alone, but powerful all the same. This isn't about suspending all skepticism or ignoring scientific reasoning. In fact, modern psychology offers valuable insights into how focusing our thoughts can reshape our mindset and guide us toward our goals. Visualization, for instance, has become a cornerstone technique in fields like sports psychology, business coaching, and personal development. When you vividly picture the outcome you desire, you engage neural pathways that prime you for success, turning mere daydreams into plausible roadmaps for action. The moon, with its rhythmic cycle of growth and retreat, provides a unique framework for timing those visualizations and intentions. It's as if nature offers a built-in schedule for planting and harvesting your personal goals. Before diving deeper, consider one more question. What if you could consistently sync your personal aspirations to these lunar rhythms, giving them a kind of cosmic momentum? Take a moment to picture yourself stepping into a future where each phase of the moon corresponds to a step in your own metamorphosis. As you do, notice the subtle excitement stirring in you. Some part of your consciousness wants to believe there is an untapped source of support waiting to be embraced. If that thought resonates even slightly, you're in the right place. The moon's cycle unfolds in recognizable stages: new moon, waxing moon, full moon, and waning moon, each carrying its own energetic signature. During a new moon, the sky is at its darkest. In spiritual traditions, this darkness symbolizes fertile ground for setting intentions. Just as farmers once planted seeds when the moonlight was faint, you too can plant the seeds of your dreams. Use this time to be precise about what you want. Write it down, share it out loud to the night sky, or hold it quietly in your heart. Any method that resonates with you. There's power in the simple act of declaration, especially when done with conviction. As the moon waxes, that slim crescent grows, reflecting the energy of expansion. Here lies an opportunity to put action behind your intention. This is where psychology intertwines with mysticism. Consistent, purposeful effort aligns with the steady growth of lunar light. If you're working toward a particular goal, perhaps starting a new venture or forming a healthier habit. Let yourself be inspired by the moon's gradual brightening. Each night it grows fuller, and you can symbolically lean into that momentum, taking small steps that accumulate into substantial progress. This phase is an invitation to keep moving, to trust the process, even if your early steps feel small. When the moon reaches its fullest point, radiant and unmistakably present, it's often associated with peak energy. Ancient traditions recognized that full moons heighten emotions, sometimes making people feel restless or passionately charged. Rather than be swept away, imagine using that intensity to your advantage. Under the full moon's brilliance, consider what's blossomed in your life since the last new moon. Are you seeing encouraging signs that your goals are taking shape? Is there anything ready for harvesting? A result, a milestone, or fresh insight? This is also a moment to celebrate even the smallest victories. Acknowledging what's working shifts your mindset toward abundance, reinforcing the belief that you can create meaningful outcomes in your life. And then the cycle moves on to the waning moon, a period of gentle release. After all the building excitement, this is where you can reflect on what may no longer serve you. Perhaps you notice old habits, doubts, or attachments that stand in the way of your progress. In many spiritual frameworks, letting go is an essential part of growth. The moon's diminishing light can remind you to lighten your load, to carry forward only what truly serves your higher intentions. This phase often goes underappreciated. Yet, letting go with grace creates space for new possibilities. Critics might point out that aligning your life to lunar phases sounds romantic or even superstitious. It's a fair concern. So let's bridge that gap by looking at what psychologists term the intention-behavior gap. Many of us set goals but struggle to follow through. Why? Because we lack structure or tangible milestones that keep us engaged. The lunar cycle offers just that, a natural timeline that prompts you to reassess, reflect, and renew your efforts every few weeks. Even if you strip away the mystical overlay, you're left with a useful scheduling tool. Set intentions, put in focused work, reevaluate at a midpoint, and then reflect and refine. You might find that the practicality alone fuels a new level of commitment. We're fast approaching a particularly vibrant lunar event. Super full moons occur when the moon is at its closest point to Earth, appearing larger and brighter in the sky. Astrologers and spiritual practitioners consider this alignment a heightened time for emotional breakthroughs and significant changes. If you're open to the idea that celestial movements can affect your life, you might see this as the perfect window for catalyzing growth. There's a buzz of energy around these events. Online communities discussing the best ways to harness it, local gatherings celebrating under moonlit skies, and an overall sense that something extraordinary is at play. During these energetic spikes, rituals often become more elaborate, and they can range from simple to intricate. Some people create moon water by placing a bowl or jar of water under the moonlight, believing it absorbs extra potency for later use in sipping, bathing, or watering plants. Others gather in circles, either physically or in virtual communities, to chant, meditate, and share intentions. The idea behind group manifestations stems from a concept known as collective consciousness. When multiple minds focus on a similar goal, there's a belief that the energy intensifies, making individual intentions feel more attainable. There's also a psychological benefit to group activities. Humans are deeply social creatures. When we collaborate or share an experience, our motivation increases. We can hold each other accountable. We become more confident in our ability to achieve results. It might look like a spiritual phenomenon, but at its core, it also reflects basic principles of social support. Whether you find a local group meeting in a park or join an online circle streaming a full moon meditation, that sense of community can amplify your resolve. In anticipation of such events, consider preparing by mapping out what you hope to manifest or transform. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, experiment with a few practical tools that blend the spiritual with the psychological. Journaling is a fantastic place to start. Each night, jot down a quick reflection on how you feel, what steps you took toward your goals, and any new ideas that sprang up. Over the course of a lunar cycle, You'll likely notice patterns, spikes of inspiration around the full moon, quieter times near the waning moon. And these patterns can guide you more effectively than random bursts of motivation. Another powerful exercise is creating a vision board, either physically with cutouts from magazines or digitally on a platform that allows you to compile images and affirmations. The key isn't just in the pictures themselves, but in the emotional response they stir. When you gaze at a collage that represents the life you're shaping, it triggers your imagination and keeps your intentions fresh. Pair that imagery with concrete goals. For instance, if one of your desires is improved well-being, place images of healthy meals, uplifting quotes, or scenes of nature that resonate with vitality. Then, sync your vision board updates or reviews with the moon cycle. Perhaps every new moon, you refresh it with a new symbol or phrase that matches your evolving intentions. Beyond these creative methods, there's a more subtle but equally powerful practice: mindfulness. Before dismissing it as a buzzword, understand that being mindful, truly present in each moment, can help you notice how the moon's phases subtly influence your state of mind. Take time each evening to gaze at the moon, if it's visible. Even a fleeting moment of connection can remind you of your intentions and prompt you to ask, what step can I take right now, however small, that aligns me with my higher goals? This daily micro-reflection weaves consistency into your approach, bridging the gap between big dreams and practical actions. Of course, none of these tools matter if you don't actively believe in the possibility of change. This is where an open mind can become your best ally. Let yourself question, explore, and, if you're skeptical, conduct a personal experiment. Commit to one lunar cycle, about 29 days, and follow through with setting intentions, celebrating small wins at the full moon, and letting go of any baggage that surfaces as the moon wanes. Keep track of your observations. By the time the cycle closes, see if you've noticed any differences in your mindset, energy levels, or the direction of your life. Approach it with curiosity, almost like a scientist. If it resonates, keep going. If it doesn't, at least you've explored a new avenue of self-discovery. Now, beyond personal transformation, lies another dimension that makes this journey even richer: community. In a world that often feels disconnected, finding like-minded individuals can provide a sense of belonging. Whether through online forums, social media groups, or gatherings in local spiritual centers, the conversations around lunar energies and manifestation can be both uplifting and educational. As you share your successes and even your challenges, you might find that others have valuable advice, fresh perspectives, or simply the empathy you need to keep moving forward. You don't have to be an expert to contribute. Even if you've just begun exploring lunar energies, your observations might spark insights for someone else. Personal stories carry weight because they ground these ideas in real-life experiences. They transcend cultural barriers, bridging the gap between someone in a big city, under fluorescent lights, and another person in a quiet rural setting. Both can look up at the same moon, feel its presence, and find meaning in its silent glow. This shared experience makes the journey less solitary, reminding us that while each of us holds individual dreams, we're connected by the universal wonder of the night sky. If the moon truly can serve as an ally in shaping your path, it's helpful to remember that no single phase is more important than the other. A balanced approach respects the entire cycle. The new moon sets the stage, the waxing moon fuels growth, the full moon celebrates peaks, and the waning moon teaches release. Neglect one phase, and you might miss out on a vital lesson or a surge of energy. Think of the cycle as a mirror for your inner world, reflecting times of focus, times of creation, times of culmination, and times of letting go. Harmony emerges when you embrace each phase as part of a dynamic, ever-evolving process. Over time, you might begin to see echoes of this process in other areas of life. Relationships that expand and contract, career opportunities that start as seeds of ideas and eventually blossom, or personal habits that emerge and then need recalibration. The moon's journey can become a gentle reminder that life itself ebbs and flows, and our best approach is to move in rhythm with it rather than fighting against it. In doing so, each change, each challenge becomes a step along a path of continual transformation. Where does this lead you? Ultimately, to a place where the mystical meets the practical. The spiritual side offers a tapestry of symbolism and ancient wisdom, while modern psychology and neuroscience remind us that mindset and consistent effort shape reality. When you weave both together, you get a method of manifestation that feels grounded yet still vibrates with that sense of wonder and possibility. The moon becomes more than just a luminous disk. It becomes a companion in your quest for growth, shining a light on both your shadows and your brightest potentials. As you explore these ideas, keep your heart open to the voices from the past and present too. Ancient seers, astrologers, philosophers, spiritual teachers, even modern researchers who look at the effects of light on human behavior, all converge around the idea that there is power in alignment. Alignment with natural rhythms, alignment with shared consciousness, alignment with one's own deepest convictions. The form this takes is personal. Some may light candles and burn incense. Others might recite affirmations in their bedroom, while still others create art or music under moonlight. What matters most is your intention and your willingness to participate in the grand cycle that unites us all. Community can amplify that experience. Don't be shy about reaching out to others. Leave a comment, share your story, or join a local meetup under the open sky. You might be surprised how many people out there share your fascination and are eager to swap insights. Every time someone shares a perspective, the collective knowledge about harnessing lunar energy grows richer. Perhaps you'll discover a new technique that resonates deeply, or learn about a cultural practice that broadens your perspective. In turn, your own experiences might inspire the next person, creating a ripple effect of transformation that crosses boundaries of geography and language. Above all, remember that this isn't about rigid rules or flawless execution. It's about discovering a natural rhythm, one that can guide you toward clarity, ambition, and ultimately success on your chosen path. You don't have to feel the magic at every step. Doubt is normal, and life gets busy. But returning to the moon cycle offers periodic reminders to check in with yourself, evaluate your progress, and affirm that you are indeed capable of creating the life you envision. As you near the completion of one lunar cycle, or one transformative journey, another begins. Over the months and years, you may find that the ebb and flow of this process shapes your perspective on everything. From how you handle challenges at work to how you nurture personal relationships. Each cycle becomes a chance to start fresh, to refine your goals, to celebrate your wins, and to let go of what no longer serves. In the long run, these repeated acts of intentional living can pave the way for profound personal evolution. Now, pause for a moment and consider, what do you most want to welcome into your life right now? Is it greater peace of mind, a blossoming career, deeper love, or a sense of purpose and direction? Try holding that thought. Feel it in your body, sense it in your breath, let it stir your emotions. By doing so, you are already taking a first step toward intentional creation. If you choose to link that intention with the moon cycle, all the better. If you prefer another system, that's fine too. The essential point is to embrace a pattern of conscious living that nurtures your desires instead of letting them drift untended in the background. If you're ready to explore this path, you can begin right now. Reflect on how you might honor the upcoming lunar phase with a small ritual or a mindful practice, be it writing a single intention in a journal or sitting quietly under the moon with a heartfelt wish. You have nothing to lose by trying, and potentially everything to gain if it resonates with you. And if you feel a spark, like something inside you has just awakened, lean into that feeling. Let curiosity lead you on. You may find that over time, this simple act of paying attention to the moon's journey enriches your sense of wonder and places you more firmly in the driver's seat of your own life. Remember, you are not alone in this. There are countless others who share your curiosity and eagerness to co-create with the cosmos. Each shared story, each piece of advice, each communal gathering under the moonlight weaves another strand into a tapestry of collective consciousness. By participating, you do more than manifest your own dreams. You contribute to a vibrant network of souls, aligning with something greater. It's a reminder that, while personal transformation is an individual quest, it also flourishes in the warmth of shared connection. As we bring these reflections to a close, let's revisit the core idea. The moon offers a timeless blueprint for intentional living. By understanding its phases, acknowledging how each one can serve a unique function in your manifestation process, and weaving in practical methods like visualization, community support, and consistent action, you can unlock new levels of growth. It's a journey that merges mysticism and psychology, ancient traditions and modern insights, all for the purpose of guiding you toward a more fulfilled, empowered state of being. In essence, your dreams are seeds waiting for the right season, the right environment, and the right nurturing. The moon, shining so faithfully overhead, reminds you that the universe itself is in a constant dance of phases and cycles. Harness that energy, apply it to your everyday life, and watch how it transforms both your inner landscape and your outer reality. When you see results, be they subtle or dramatic, it reinforces the conviction that you are an active participant in the grand unfolding of your destiny. If you're eager to continue this exploration and discover more tools, techniques, and insights for harnessing lunar energy, feel free to connect with others who share the same interest. Share a piece of your story or a goal you've been working on in the comments, because your voice might be exactly what another soul needs to hear. And, if you haven't already, let the moon serve as a gentle reminder to take a moment and show your support. A simple click to like or subscribe is a small gesture, but it signifies your commitment to growth and learning. It's a public nod that says, yes, I'm on this journey. In closing, thank you for stepping into this realm of possibility, where the cosmos and the human heart unite in a delicate dance of creation. May each phase of the moon illuminate your path forward and whisper encouragement in moments of doubt. And when you look up at that brilliant orb shining against the darkness, remember, it's not just a light in the sky, but a symbol of your own capacity to transform, renew, and shine. May the moon's gentle pull guide you ever closer to the life you envision, and may you harness its energy to manifest your dreams with success, grace, and a sense of wonder that never fades.